Okay, Baruch Hashem, on the night when the elements are really causing havoc, so we are just starting Kiddushin with the second and the third Mishnayos in the first parak. And Rabbi Yismael, I did receive your sponsorship, thank you, as we are sponsored by the Fishers, Lila Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi, Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain, and we are sponsored Lila Nishmas Rav Moshe ben Rav David, L'Refu Shalema for Yom Moshe ben Chayesar, for the Schus of Avram ben Yom ben Malki Yehudis. We are sponsored by Yol Klugman and family for their Parnasa Gesundheit Nachas. We are sponsored Le'ilui Nishma L'Refu Shalema for Victor Aya ben Rivka and Meir ben Chayesar. They should have a Refu Shalema b'Sech Shachar Yisrael. Now, we talked about the ways for a woman to be acquired. Now, Eved Ivri, a Hebrew slave, is nikna b'kesef, is acquired with money. Ubishtar, the Kinyan shtar is an interesting one over here. The Kinyan of a shtar is that and this is really an interesting Kinyan, the Adon gives him a shtar saying that you are acquired by me. That's a Kinyan shtar. And the Kaines Atzma, he can acquire back his freedom but shun him after 6 years, because Stam Eved Ivri is sold for 6 years. Ubi-Yovel, when Yovel comes, even if it's before the 6 years, the slaves go free at Yovel. Ubi-Girayin Kesef, or by paying the remainder of his money. So if, let's say, the person bought him for $6,000 and he served 3 years, so if he gives him $3,000, he deducts the money, and therefore 3 years are left, it's $1,000 a year. If he gives $3,000, he gets his freedom. Yisera of Amavriya, the young girl who can be sold by her father, can acquire freedom shekaynes atzma b'simonim. As soon as she becomes 12 years old and one day and has 2 pubic hairs, she goes free. Hanirtza, an Eved that's sold for 6 years and he wants to stay until Yovel, so Hanirtza, if he has his ear pierced by an awl in the doorway, Nikna Beritzia, he's acquired to the Yovel by piercing his ear. V'kaynes atzmai, and he acquires his freedom in either by Yovel, at the arrival of Yovel, or by Misas ha'adain, or by the death of the master. He is not transmitted to the children. Eved Kanani, a Canaanite slave, is nikna, is like karka. He's acquired with kesef, with money. Ubishtar, here the seller gives the buyer a shtar. Ubachazaka, or with having the slave do for him a service that a slave usually does, like carrying his clothing to the bathhouse, etc. The Kaines Atzmai, the Eved Kanani can acquire himself b'kesef al yidei acherim, through money given by others. He can't acquire with his own money. Let's say he finds money, that goes to the Adon, because kol masha kana Eved kana rabbi. But other people could buy his freedom. Ubishtar al yidei atzmai, and Rameir holds that he's only acquired if the Adon gives him a get shechrer, a writ of emancipation, and gives it to him. He can't give it to Shelley to accept it on his behalf, because you could only accept Zachid Ladim Shalai B'fanav. But over here, Rameir holds it's not a schus for the Eved to go free. Because once the Eved goes free, he's a Yid and he can't marry a Shifcha Kananis anymore. And he might like the more loose Shifcha Kananis. The Chacham disagree on 2 points. First of all, B'kesef al Yidei Atzma, he could even purchase himself with his own money. And as the Mishnah will explain, where somebody gives him money, al Menashe Ein L'Rabbi Rishus Bay, he gives him money on the condition that the master doesn't have any rights on it. He holds, the Chacham hold, that the Adon could give the get shechrer to to Shelley to be zeichen it for the Eved, because it's certainly a schus for him to get his freedom, and that's an overwhelming schus, and therefore you could do it. Shelley could accept to get shikra on his behalf. The money that he gives has to be money. The money had to be given to him by others. As we said, if he found money, it's not his, because kol mash kana eved kana rabbi. We want to thank you very much for joining us. Remind you that tomorrow night will be after the daf a shir on Balak. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.